Yo, look. So as you can see, neither of our teams was represented, but the division was represented. The NFC East had a team that got it done and did the division proud, Janae. Did us proud. I mean, come on, Philly.
Come on. The thing is, and what I'm trying to say is, they be talking about just 2 years ago we were the NFC least. I mean, if we're looking at Super Bowls now that the Eagles got another one, the NFC East pretty much dominating the NFL when it comes to Super Bowls.
Let's go. Oh yeah. And I love that. I love every minute of it. And you already know what's going to happen next year. The next one is going to come to Washington. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We got to shout out our guy and bring him on here. He's living the dream. Got himself another championship, a redemption song against the game 2 years ago. Our guy, friend of the show, Eddie Hubbard. What up, Eddie?
Let's go, Eddie.
What up, guys? How you doing?
Man, fantastic. How you feeling, man? How you feeling? Ring number 2.
I feel like a champion.
Let's go.
Come on.
I feel really good. I just came in the house. I walked around everywhere I could with my Super Bowl champion jacket, my Super Bowl champion hat. I just left Outback with my kids. Everybody in there knew I was an Eagles fan. That's how you got to do it.
Let's go. So where were you at? Were you watching the game? Where were you watching the game? Was you with all your family? Was everybody Eagles fans?
So that's funny because I'm a real superstitious person. I watch all of my football games alone, okay? So after the championship game, my cousin texted me and said, hey, you want to have a Super Bowl party at your parents' house? And in my mind, I'm thinking, nah, not really, but sure, let's do it. So we ended up having a Super Bowl party at my parents' house. I had about 15 people over, and we cooked, made fried chicken.
Let's go.
Ribs, brisket, all kinds of good foods.
Come on.
And I got to watch it, with my family. Now, the first Super Bowl I watched with my dad, my grandma, and my son. And I have a picture of that. I have a picture of that after the game because it was 4 generations of Eagles fans.
Yes.
And we've been waiting our whole lives for a Super Bowl. And now we got.
Come on now. But talk to us because, I mean, we went from a team that couldn't get it done to now, since 2017, y'all been in there 3 times and y'all got 2 rings. I mean, dynasty. I mean, that's not that far off.
I can't talk dynasty, man, but all the credit goes to Ski Mask Howie, man, because Howie Roseman, I think, is the best general manager in the business. He should have won General Manager of the Year. I don't know if that is out yet, but he's the best, man. He gives us a chance every year because of the players he brings in.
Man,
his last 4 or 5 years of drafting, if you go look at the first 3 rounds of each draft, all of them are hits. They all start on the team. Josh Sweat, he was a draft pick. And I remember thinking that we got the wrong Sweat because the Commanders drafted a Sweat also.
Montez, yeah.
Yeah, but we got the right Sweat, baby.
Yo, you did, yeah. Montez is in Chicago right now. He ain't even with us anymore. So yeah, y'all got the right Sweat.
Yeah. So I'm just happy. I'm excited. Philly, as an Eagles fan, you got beat up for a long time. You couldn't talk. Nobody wanted you in the room. We were little brother forever.
Oh, yeah.
And now we got 2 Super Bowls, man. You can't tell us anything anymore. I'm a champion now.
Man, you a champion, baby. You a champion.
Come on, baby.
It feels good. The game was crazy. I mean, if we're just going to go quarter by quarter, I don't even think Eagles fans thought it was going to go that well. Like, that defensive 4, for you to have 4 defensive linemen hold the game down, Patrick Mahomes had no answer. To me, genius. To me, in my opinion, I think that is freaking genius. Like, come on now. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, that I just didn't see that. And for your defensive coordinator to scheme it that way to where Patrick Mahomes had to do it all. They just forced him to do it all. They shut down the running game. They said, okay, you want to make Patrick throw it, make him uncomfortable. And guys, I mean, we could see all 4 quarters. He looked uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So how do you beat the GOATs, right? You got to put pressure up the middle because Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, they get the ball out quick. They know where the ball's going before they snap it.
Yep.
So you got to get there. Did we expect that? No. Patrick Mahomes, I mean, he didn't get sacked. He doesn't get sacked, right? This is 6 times. This is the most he's ever been sacked.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles, 2 years ago, we went to the Super Bowl. We led the league with like 70-some sacks. This team only had 40-something, middle of the pack. So we didn't expect what we saw. But we did know we needed that type of impact from our line for us to win.
100%.
Zach Ertz got 11 catches against us in the championship game. So we knew we needed to take Travis Kelce out. In order to do that, you can't be blitzing. So you got to get there with your front four.
Yep.
Right? So Vic Fangio, I don't know what he did because I don't know if y'all noticed, but everybody else on the line, Jalen Carter didn't. We did that without Jalen Carter.
That's it.
Yeah. That's how good y'all did.
You can't be great without the greatness of others, man. And that's the saying that goes through our locker room. And you really saw that on the field because all them boys lift each other up. I don't know. I'm just really happy, and they had the best. They had the best game plan, and I'm gonna say this right now. To me, the score of the game was 40-6. That 22 don't really count.
Oh yeah. By that time, y'all had y'all back up in. Everybody got a chance to get into the Super Bowl, man. Them corners,
right? They had the backups in that zone.
To the rookie corner.
Cooper.
I love Cooper. They call him Cooper DeJohn up in Philly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was his birthday. He's young, rookie. Him and Quinyon Mitchell, they're going to be good for a long time to come. And I'm excited about our future. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he provides the spark. He provides that fire. And Reed Blankenship, our other safety, he's not a all-pro, multiple Pro Bowl player, but he's serviceable. He's good enough.
Absolutely.
And
play together.
Plenty of plays throughout the season. We wouldn't be there without him. So everybody plays their part.
Oh yeah, and when you get in pressure like you talking about with just 4, you didn't have to blitz the entire game. That to me is just I can't even understand that. I mean, what Vic Fangio did was put on a masterclass. But look, let's switch to that offense. Let's real quick. Let's go to that offense because Saquon didn't have a great game.
Yep.
And yet y'all still did it. Jalen Hurts, I thought, in my opinion, everybody that was a doubter, he showed them where they can go because he won that thing on offense, man.
He did. And, you go into the game and you know that they're going to really focus on stopping Saquon. So we knew, at least Eagle fans knew, for us to win, Jalen was going to have to play. We needed NFC Championship game Jalen in the Super Bowl.
Man.
Yeah.
And, me and a lot of my other Eagle fans, we knew if he plays like that, we have a good chance of winning. We also have a good chance of kind of doing what y'all saw. We had a quiet confidence that if Jalen plays well, we could really put up some points on this team. And that's what happened, man. Jalen showed up.
What happened.
He doesn't have to throw for 400 yards, 5 touchdowns. He just has to make the plays when they're there.
Yes.
Exactly. Look, Tisha said Kansas City wasn't even in it. Like, they weren't in it at all. It was so bad. I mean, think about this, y'all. If somebody would have said before the game started that at halftime, Kansas City would have 0 points.
Come on.
Crazy. I mean, and I think it was such a well-schemed, they planned it perfectly. They must have watched all of Kansas City's tape. I mean, even when Mahomes thought he had a wide opening because the 4 made it seem like that middle was going to be open for Mahomes a bunch of times, and all they would do is just grab him. Boom, put him down. Grab him. Boom, put him down. Yep. He looked shook. It was the first time, we're looking at a guy that we say second coming GOAT, right? We are watching him literally before our eyes look shook for the first time, and we're like, this is a guy that doesn't blink. Right. Even at 24-0, everybody thought, they're going to come back at the half.
It wasn't over yet.
I mean, and typical Eagles fashion, if you watch their games this season, they have let some big leads go away. Eagles have done that this season.
Let them come back.
Our history, it's like we do that for some reason.
Exactly. Yeah. So in everybody's mind at halftime, you're like, okay, Kansas City, Andy Reid.
And wait, and Tom Brady was in the booth calling the game. So you knew that 28-3 Falcons or was in the air too.
He been there down, looking like it's over and then come back. But it just seems like not only did the Eagles do something that they usually don't do, which is pick it up in the second half, it was just like after, the pick six. In my opinion, I think the pick six was the moment where everybody's like, whoa, okay.
Yep.
This, or that situation where Kansas City gets the ball back right before the half, and you're like, oh, they're going to go down the field and at least score this thing, get the ball after the half, then they back in it. Nada.
Nope.
Nothing.
No breaks were given. No breaks were given.
No breaks.
It's a beautiful thing.
And for sure.
You think about it. That the team, to me, with Saquon, as a factor, it was great that they were able to hold Saquon. Saquon couldn't do much, but the rest of the team had to just show up because they got an all-star squad. It's just relying on knowing that they're going to try to take the man out. We all got to step up. And you saw a little, I wonder what you thought, Eddie, about A.J. Brown and Nick Sirianni, that little spit spat. I was like, oh, what's happening on the sideline? But then you realize, passionate. Nick Sirianni was like, A.J. probably like, give me the ball. And Sirianni's like, well, you didn't catch that one. You know what I'm saying? Like, back and forth. But it's just it's the intensity of the game. Afterwards, they hugging each other. AJ was the one to pour the Gatorade on him. I mean, they're passionate about the game, and there's so many situations where you could take things, even when they're beating the crap out of Kansas City, they taking it so serious they going back and forth at each other. Like they want to win.
They want to win. AJ Brown is just full of fire, and I mean that's okay. A lot of people play with passion. They play with fire. They just want to win, and they want to be the best they can be. And I was a little upset when I saw AJ acting like that. It's like, come on, man. It's the Super Bowl. We winning. Stay focused. Yeah. But, obviously him and Nick worked it out. They got him the ball right after that. He scored a touchdown, and then he was smiling again. So, real
quick.
We keep winning.
Let me. I got a bone to pick with AJ, man. You ain't going to go ahead and rip my player's helmet off, and then we get the flag on that. All right, so AJ, I'm glad you got your ring, but hey, check yourself, bro.
He's still bitter. You lost, Sean. You lost.
Look, hey, we was in the game. We was in the game today.
They were in the game, Janae.
Y'all in the Super Bowl, man, better than Kansas City. Kansas City, I mean, now are we saying that the Eagles were just that good, or just Kansas City was just that bad? I mean, what are we saying here?
I don't think they were prepared. Throughout the season, as an Eagles fan, I listen to everything, and what people say is the Eagles punch you in the mouth. And I remember James Jones said on his show, nobody fumbles, nobody turns the ball over until they play the Eagles, right? And the reason that is because we come with an attitude. We come to bully you. That's what we play, bully ball. Right. We run the ball down your throat, and we come and hit you. And Kansas City, I don't think they were ready for that.
Nope.
I definitely don't think they were ready for that D-line to be in there like that. And once Mahomes started getting hit, I mean, did y'all see the replay of when Mahomes fumbled and Jalen Carter put the hands to the face?
Man.
Right.
And he was hit so bad, he couldn't even concept the fact that he should be arguing with the ref, that he just got mollywopped in the head.
Right.
He didn't see that ref. He was just so depleted. You saw his face. He just sat there like, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're getting we kind of just took their heart from them.
Yeah.
And once that happens, I mean, Sean, you play football, man. We played together. Once that happens, it's over.
It's a wrap.
Once you slice him at the legs, there's nothing really they can do after that. It really was sad, man, watching a team that we all admire. I mean, we can't deny the Chiefs dynasty, like what they've done. But it just didn't even look like that team. I mean, imagine all those fans just like, bruh.
Like, what team is this? Look, I was with people that we were all rooting for Philly, but it got to a point where they was like, we just feel bad. Can they at least score something? When it got to 34-0, it was a mollywop. Exactly. It was kind of like, can they score something out there? I mean, but I can't even say that this was a competitive game because you saw from the very beginning, Philly just, I mean, they like you said, bully ball. We look at the game. I always talk about the Washington game, the second one where we won. We won by 3 when you didn't have Hurts in the game. Saquon rushed for over 100 in the first quarter. We were down 21-7. I mean, that's a credit to what we had. But coming into the championship, it gave us that false sense of, oh, we could hang with these guys. And I thought the team, what y'all showed when Saquon scored in the first play of the game, I had a problem with that. But the team, what y'all showed in that game, I looked at that team and I said the one thing I took away from that game is I don't care who comes up against these guys.
Nobody's gonna lose.
Nobody's gonna beat that team right there. So hey, hats off to you guys. Hats off to the Eagles. Got your championship, did your thing. Yo. And the game, I loved it. For an Eagles fan, it was hot, okay? For a Chiefs fan, not so much. But for everybody, apparently, that halftime show was a topic of conversation.
Man.
What did you think about the halftime show, Kendrick Lamar, and kind of what the whole vibe, what everybody's thinking now?
So I'm going to be honest. I'm going to play both sides of the fence here. When the halftime show started, I wasn't feeling it that much. And I turned to my cousin. I said, man, maybe Wayne would have been a better choice. And he was like, nah. But then it went on. And the next thing I knew, I'm bobbing my head. I'm loving it. Right? Next thing I know, I'm loving it. And then after the game, I'm fighting with people on the internet about how the halftime show was hot. So, you know, it wasn't good to me at first, but then it warmed me up and I started to like it and I really got into it. You know, I don't have any complaints, but I'm not really looking for the halftime show to be my most favorite show ever. I mean,
you watching the game. You watching the game.
You know, if I want to be entertained at a show, I'll go see my favorite rapper or something. Halftime show is for everybody. It's not going to appease everyone. If Mick Jagger was there, I wouldn't be nodding my head. I wouldn't really care probably. So, you know, you're going to have people that like it. You're going to have people that don't like it. I enjoyed it. And
I love that take, man.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that take because the thing is, at first you're kind of like wondering what's happening because at first you're not prepared for what you're seeing, right? So Samuel L. Jackson as Uncle Sam, and you're like, whoa, okay, this may got a little deepness to it, and then you see the split of the American flag and how right now the way the world is right now, and then you're actually seeing it as a story. Not only was it was not supposed to be entertaining. That was supposed to be a message. And it may not have clicked right away. I know there was millions of people who had to go back the next day, really dive into these videos that actually broke each thing down. You know, I wasn't even registering the PlayStation controller, bruh.
Yeah.
I wasn't even, none of that stuff registered.
The game over in the crowd.
Game over, and then how it went from the guys doing his rap on the with the guy on top of the light pole, and then you know Samuel L. Jackson gets up there and says, "Oh, you guys have made a crowd. You think you're gonna because you guys are coming together minus one life." Like these are things that you're like, "Whoa, this is deeper than what I ever could have imagined." And I think that it was his time. If you're gonna do it, they don't just let rappers come up there anyway. If you're gonna do it, make it an impactful moment. They can say what they want right now about, oh, I don't like it, but it had a message and it reached a lot of people. The message reached a lot of people. So I will say I was as confused as Eddie, like, what's going on? But a few of the songs and a couple of songs that he did from the new album. And then once he hit, They Not Like Us, bro. Man, the world had to feel it because at that moment, you got the whole audience singing A minor. It's crazy. The audience is going crazy. The vibe is going crazy. To me, I think that it wasn't for entertainment. It was for a message, for a perfect time as this. Go back and watch. If you still don't understand it, go back. There's plenty of videos now that's breaking down each thing. As a matter of fact, they got the producers telling you guys what his vision was and how he wanted it to be a game and how it's America's game and how the whole thing was planned out in his head that he was going to be impactful no matter what. All those people jumping out that little car, at first you're like, what the heck is happening? How many people are coming out the car? Yeah, halftime show was pretty lit for me. After I actually grasped everything, I thought it was cool at the beginning, but once I actually dove into everything and realized the genius that he put into it,
that was the big thing.
Whoo!
Yeah. Going back and looking, and once you looked online and once you start to see everything and how Uncle Sam, Samuel Jackson, and how he is America's favorite, but then it's also what he's portraying and then the game thing, and and then knowing who was there, our president who was over there, and knowing that they did the end racism thing. And then once you go back and really kind of break it down, you're like, oh man, he's playing chess out here, and these guys are playing checkers. Like he's doing something above and beyond. But to your point, Eddie, I'm thinking, if I'm coming from your perspective, because there was a part of me that still was like, that could have been us in the Super Bowl. But if I'm coming from your perspective, I'm saying the same thing. Like I'm like, let's get halftime, get this over with. We need to get back on this field and win this game.
To football.
Get this over.
Yeah. So
but you saw the Eagles in the locker room afterward. They're not like us. They was cranking to it. I was like, look, did you know this? They end the Super Bowl, so they don't even get to see the show ever. So I'm pretty sure it was like, whoa, a relief once the game was over that they actually got to just relax. And man, I think my favorite part, man, after the Super Bowl, you get to see all the clips that you would never see. And I'm not y'all know I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, but I just got mad love for Jalen Hurts, man. Something about that old soul, young brother, that old soul. He was sitting there with his MVP. He was sitting down, hitting his cigar, and
what was the song?
In the background, he was singing "Happy Feelings." I said, "Oh my God,
yes,
such an old soul."
He's everything. I'm not even an Eagles fan, but I gotta love that guy. I gotta love him. Just his aura. He doesn't flinch. Like a Jaden Daniels, they don't flinch. You don't see it in their face. It's just like a cool, calm, collected. You gotta respect the man. I am super happy for the Eagles, man, and to beat them the way y'all beat them, bruh.
Come on. Go
down in history as a shocker game of the world. I mean, there was a lot of people that thought Eagles was gonna win, including us. Me and Sean both went for the Eagles, but nobody would have thought it would have been a complete domination.
Not like that. So one thing that we noticed as Eagles fans, and I know we get a bad rap because everybody says we ran Andy Reid out of town and this and that. We really didn't. But one thing that we noticed about his coaching that showed up was he didn't adjust. He did not try to run the ball at all.
No.
So if you're one-dimensional, we're just going to tee off and go for your quarterback.
Yep.
That's the same thing he did with the Eagles, man. We'd have issues. We come out, no adjustments. And, that was one of our biggest complaints with Andy is you got to run the ball, Andy. And it seemed like he forgot about the running game. I don't know if it's because he wasn't confident in Pacheco. And, I know that Hunt was playing more.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why he didn't attempt to run the ball. Maybe because the game got out of hand so quick. But,
I think he relied on Patrick Mahomes to do Patrick Mahomes, right?
Yeah, that's true.
At that point, I think, because everybody was wondering, why are you not running the ball? I mean, you're just not trying at all. I just think, just like everybody else thought, that, Patrick Mahomes about to do something. Like, he going to put it all on Patrick. But then you see the weight of that pressure, man, that you put on Patrick Mahomes, he looked bad. We never say that Patrick
and the
Mahomes
weight of history, too.
Bad.
Yeah,
history was on his shoulder. History was also at the door. I mean, the first time a team has ever potentially won three Super Bowls in a row.
I think that pressure.
The GOAT conversation elevated. But look, we got to give more credit, and I want to do this because I've watched him playing him 3 times. Vic Fangio, man, what he did against us that was so great is he had the 2 deep. He had the guys sit back in that shell. And so he said, you can dink and dunk all day, but you're not going to get it over the top. And when when they can't hit that deep ball on you, you saw what y'all did to Terry, the secondary and everything, and have those guys playing everything in front of them. And then you have guys like Cooper DeJean that are able to undercut balls and have the performances that they have, man. So you got to shout out Vic Fangio and what he was able to do, man.
Absolutely.
Well, because every team's not built to matriculate down the field. A lot of teams are built throw it down the field, and that's what y'all do well. 5 to McLaurin, that's all day long. But if you make them dink and dunk down the field, what you're doing is, the likelihood of something going wrong is a lot higher the more plays you make somebody
Absolutely.
run. So I think that's a great defensive scheme. I don't like when we get into the prevent, but I don't think any of us like when our team gets into the prevent.
No. Yeah.
And I think another thing that motivated, you brought up that three-peat. The Eagles players heard that the Chiefs were copywriting or trademarking the term three-peat along with Pat Riley. I think he already has it. So they were trying to him. They heard that in the locker room, and they said that gave them extra motivation. Like, who they think they are.
Exactly.
Right.
And it was dumb. It was so dumb that they would even try to trademark it when it's already been trademarked. Pat Riley been making money off of that for years.
Yeah.
It's a three-peat. You're going for it, but it ain't guaranteed. You got to go in like the other team is good. We've been watching the Eagles for weeks. At least for the past 5 weeks, you can't say that team's not scared. If you ain't been watching at the beginning of the season, you may have been like, I don't know. But once they turned on the gas, there was nothing that you said, oh, well, I mean, Kansas City was just making it by. I mean, there were so many games that Kansas City should have lost this year that they, by the grace of God, they got, like Washington. But those lucky things that happened. But
whoa,
there was wins. They both had wins, but you should not have went in there sleeping on the Eagles at all.
No, not at all.
That's very true. Oh yeah. Hey, Janae, how many games? What's Dallas' record in January? Have they won anything in January? We won a couple games in January.
I'm just saying there was miracles.
I mean, did y'all
work for your teams? That's all.
Oh, you didn't even play. You didn't play in January. I'm sorry. Man, you see? Go ahead, playoff team. Go ahead, Eddie.
Oh,
Go,
look,
yeah, let's playoff teams.
Watch your mouth, Janae. I'm trying to figure out. Wait a minute. Watch my mouth, Janae. Are you my wife or Sean's wife?
Come on.
What's happening?
Come on.
This is messed up. But look,
so I just wanted to share this before we moved on. Janae, you brought up how much you love Hurts. And Sean, I think you'll love this story because of what it implies. So today I saw a video and I posted it on my Facebook. Chris Long was doing an interview and he said he saw Jalen Hurts after the championship game, went in, told him, congratulations and make sure you finish the job. And he said that Jalen Hurts looked at him and said, it's already written.
Ooh.
It's already written.
Ooh.
I just got goosebumps just now saying that to you guys.
Yeah.
He told him the story was already written. It's already done. He knew. He had the ultimate confidence. That's my quarterback, guys.
Yeah. Man. Oh yeah.
That's beautiful.
Gotta show love. Gotta show love.
I didn't know the story was going to end like that, but dang, man, what a book.
Look. Real quick, I did know it was going to end like that because I watched all the pregame stuff for the championship, and every time they talk to Saquon, he wants to talk about it's just like a movie. It's a movie, and my birthday's on the Super Bowl. I was like, for real, this is what we're doing, Philly. This is how it's going to be.
Birthday was on the Super Bowl, only fitting for Cooper to get that touchdown too on his birthday. I mean, it was a beautiful game. I mean, it may not have gone the way the world thought it would, but man, what a statement. Look, nobody stopped watching except the Kansas City fans. I think after halftime, there's a video of them just rolling out because, I mean, at halftime, everybody, they just knew it was over. But what a game. What a game for just the Eagles by themselves. I mean, to get there twice in 3 years, right? Twice in 3 years, and to get it. To get the ring. That's all that matters. I mean, at this point, we could talk about, how many rings teams have. It don't mean nothing if you ain't had it in 30 years. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that my team got a lot of rings. But I can't, I'm scared now because my division is no longer the least, ladies and gentlemen. We are a legit division that people got to respect, man. And shout out to the Eagles. And
oh yeah, well, some of us are part of the legit division. Some of us are part of the legit division.
We getting on.
You can hang with the Giants. You can hang with the Giants.
But this is typical Sean because he's forgotten the last 30 years. It's okay.
Don't worry about the last 30. I'm worried about this year. Let's go. Yo, real quick before we let you go, man. Kellen Moore took the job with the Saints. How you feeling about it?
So I'll be honest with you. I wasn't that impressed with Kellen throughout the season. He really came on at the end in the playoffs. He opened his bag. Some of those plays you saw in the championship game and Super Bowl, we didn't run those plays all season. Yeah. So I'm a little disappointed. I know that Sirianni asked him to run it back after the game. He told him he wanted to run it back. I'm disappointed for Jalen because, he's going to be on his 8th or 9th coordinator in the last 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
Which I know has to be hard. I mean, remembering all those plays, all the lingo, is tough. So we're going to miss Kellen. But I'm confident that they're going to do a good search and bring in a good offensive coordinator. And, I wouldn't mind if they brought back Frank Reich, to be honest with you. He's already worked with Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting a head coaching job anywhere. So I think that would be a great fit. But I think Sirianni might be wanting to hire from within and promote one of our other guys. So we'll see what happens. But I have confidence in Howie and Nick that they're going to make the right decision and bring somebody in that can then bring out the best.
Keep it going. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. Look, Eddie, enjoy your time.
Nigel said pulled in an ACAA title game. Pulled. Being jerked around by his first NFL coach to outplaying Baby Goat in a tough Super Bowl loss to getting the top of the mountain, man. Good job, Jalen.
Well deserved.
Got a story.
Well deserved.
If y'all have a couple seconds, so going along with that, that title game where he got benched, I was in Hawaii on my honeymoon. That was the year the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So the Eagles win the Super Bowl. I go to Hawaii on my honeymoon. Jalen Hurts gets benched while I'm in Hawaii for Tua, a guy that's from Hawaii. And then he gets drafted on my team, and now he's my quarterback winning Super Bowls. I've gotten to watch this whole journey from, when he was down to now he's up. And I'm so proud. I'm so happy for him. And, that's the kind of story dreams are made of, guys.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh,
Two definition of starting from the bottom. Now we here, man. Let's go.
Come on.
Let's go. Man.
Come on now. Man, Big Dog, I appreciate you on such short notice coming in here, rapping with us.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Not a problem. I appreciate you reaching out to me. Like I said, we just got back from dinner, but I saw your message, and it's an honor to come here and do this with you guys. Everybody don't get to do this, so I try to support my people. So I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, my man.
You got anything in the works with the cooking and?
Just when the weather turns, I'll be parking at the gas station on the corner of Drainsville and Route 7 out here in Herndon. But all that information will be on my business Facebook page. We're doing a lot. Zell's Kitchen just looking to continue to grow and do more things. I'm looking to start selling some cheesesteaks and different menus next year. So just be looking out for us, checking out for us, man. And, that's about it, man. I'm going to just be working, grinding, building my 2 businesses and continuing to be a big sports fanatic and, support.
Let's go. Hey,
yeah.
Hopefully we're going to see you with the truck at the next Eagles-Washington game because I'm telling you, this man, when I'm in town or if I'm around and he posts that he's around, I got to drive
my time.
Best, when I say the bread tacos are my favorite thing in the world and he makes it to perfection.
Dip that jump.
Any taco, the man is off the chain. The menu is phenomenal. But I'm telling you, if you try any of his food, I guarantee you'll be saying, where's Zell Kitchen? Where's Zell Kitchen?
Come on.
I got to find the truck when it's around me. So shout out to my guy. Best food, man. The man can cook.
Appreciate you. Yeah,
Thank you,
All right,
Yo,
we'll see you next time, my man.
We're going to let you go, man. Take care, partner.
Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Good night. Bye.
You too, man. I love Eddie, man. He's that boy. That man is my guy right there. That is my guy.
Let's go. Love that dude, man. Love that dude.
Oh, look. Hey. Tisha, Eddie, it's on the comments in the comment section on Facebook, but she said, send me your information. Have events coming up in the area and would love to keep it in the family if you're en route. So, yeah, hit him up.
Let's go.
Go to your companies. I've seen it. The man's awesome. The man is awesome.
Yes.
Please reach out to him. Please, Zell's Kitchen.
Make that connection. Let's go. Yeah. That's what I love, man. Making those connections, bringing them together. Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Absolutely. this. All right. I am Janae Struthers.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.